Hello there, and thank you for stopping by. Today, I'm going to get you some footage for an incredible day that I had on the range recently. My buddy Buck from the Combat Ready channel and another friend, we got together and put out a plethora of handguns. We have hours of footage to comb through to get that full comparison out, especially on the comped comparisons that we did. It was a phenomenal comparison, and there's hours of footage to comb through. I'm traveling for work right now, and towards the end of that day, we filmed a section that was focused on limited optics type guns. So right now, I'm going to give you that footage and go through that comparison of limited optics guns. And included in this comparison is that new Waltz 9 pre-production model that we're testing right now. So we're going to go through that comparison and getting you content as quickly as I can. And believe me, there's a lot more to come. Let's get into it. Shooter, make ready. Are you ready? Stand by.
All right, so with the Waltz, something that's really cool about it is it has a sight block.
Yeah, so it comes with a separate barrel. I don't know if they're going to come from the factory that way or you'll be able to buy a separate version, but we've swapped over to the sight block barrel. The barrel is one solid piece, so you just swap the barrel out, put a different roller block in there, and off you roll. So now this is a limited optics gun. So we thought we should do a limited optics comparison here. So we've got some others to compare it up against. I've also done the same thing. I've swapped the sight block over the comp delete from Fdez Werx on the SIG, so it's no longer comped. We have the top end of the heap here. We've got the Atlas Titan. And what else you got there?
The Staccato HD 4.5.
Also takes Glock mags, which is pretty cool.
And then Kimber 2K11.
Yeah, the Kimber 2K11, which was just an awesome 2011.
It really is.
So we're going to run these real quick and see how things measure up.
This is the Kimber 2K11. This is the SIG P211 GTO. This is the Staccato HD 4.5. Atlas Titan. Waltz 9.
Ooh.
Okay.
These are three favorites.
These are three good guns.
Yeah, definitely three at the top. We haven't done a whole lot of discussion here, but we each kind of just grabbed a gun and brought them over here. So organically, what stood out to you, Buck?
I mean, and you kind of said it. It's noticeable after going with the comp back to one of these. It's noticeable.
Yep, for sure.
With that being said, they were all really smooth for what they were. I liked the Staccato and the Waltz the most.
Yeah.
So between those two, I'm kind of like, I feel like those were the two best.
Yeah, I was surprised by the Staccato.
Yeah.
I shot the Staccato immediately following my SIG, and this we go back to my hands again, but it doesn't fit as good, but it runs just as flat.
Well, and
like,
that's what I was going to say.
Does for the weight.
This is a lot thinner,
Yep.
so I'm surprised that you actually felt comfortable with it.
But it ran good. Now, I wouldn't want to shoot that a lot because it is not as comfortable in my hand.
Yeah.
But I was impressed with how flat that shot, as short as that gun is.
That's true.
I really was impressed.
Because this is the shortest barrel of all of them.
All of them, for sure. And I thought, man, this thing's going to be snappy. Not at all. Not at all. Yep.
And then you liked...
I like the Kimber 2K11. I've shot them several times, and it shoots great. I just think it's very quick and predictable. I felt like the Atlas, I mean, I'm comfortable with the Atlas as a 5-inch gun, so it shoots well too. I felt, and it was kind of torn between these two. I think they were kind of similar-ish.
Yeah.
The SIG I felt was really undersprung. Like the slide was very slow.
Yep.
So it was the softest by far.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the fastest by far.
Agreed. And I didn't, when I swapped the sight block, I typically do switch springs, but I didn't have that spring kit with me. So it's running with the comped spring in it. And so it just runs a little bit.
I think for the money,
soft,
it's hard to beat the Kimber. If you look at the, the Kimber's, actually probably what, $1,000 less minimum. Except for the SIG. So the SIG.
Yeah, it's right. It's right in the it's in the mid twos.
Yeah.
Yep.
And considering the SIG doesn't come with the sight block, right?
Correct.
It's more of an upgrade.
Correct.
Well,
you can get them now. So they've got other models now that are more.
But if we're looking stock guns, just straight stock, kind of hard to beat the 2K11.
It's an incredible gun. Like value for the money, and I don't know that there's a sexier 2011 on the market right now.
You're right.
I love the look, especially they have that Pro Royal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a good looking gun.
It
and
really
I like
is.
this one a lot, but that Pro Royal is a sick looking gun.
Yeah. Now I would say with the SIG and also, with the Waltz, they have it so that you can't switch it out. The Kimber, you can't switch it out. They do have the ported one with the big port. But again,
but
you
these
can't
are also
switch it out.
sight blocks, so they're not just non-ported barrels. These are actually leaving weight at the end,
Correct.
so having less reciprocating mass.
That's right.
So that's a big deal.
And leaves a little bit weight out there. Now, the other thing to point out is, again, look at the circles that the Waltz is running in, right?
Yeah.
These are, we put it up against, these are all 2011s. Like there's not a striker fired in the bunch. And if you came to me and said, okay, Danny, which one of these guns do you want to shoot in competition or just have, it's this.
Yeah.
The simplicity of it, the striker fired form of it. I just, I love that trigger, but I'm amazed at how well it competes.
You could tell when you were shooting the other ones that what you were talking about.
You see me do it?
Yeah, you could see it doing it. You see it pulling off the trigger. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it just fits for me.
Now, and then, we had some striker fires here already, and we included them kind of as a courtesy.
Sure.
Because
they're not in the same
They
place.
were not. So that being the striker fire and being very comparable to these, I mean, that's a pretty big deal.
I am very comfortable saying, having shot a lot of striker fired pistols in my life, for me, this is the best
hands down.
striker fire gun ever made.
Yeah.
I'm blown away that this is a striker fire handgun. And it would not be safe to shoot blindfolded. But if you were to blindfold me and put this in my hand, you could not convince me I just shot a striker fired gun.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, the only thing that would give it away, and that's because we know about it, is the integrated trigger safety.
Sure.
But if that weren't there, same with you. I'd be like, all 1911s?
Yeah, and I would think, what was the weird trigger on that 2011 that you handed me?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
That would be it.
The fit and finish is on par with the nicer guns. Now we've talked about this before, though, so I guess I'll throw it out there. We're talking about a big price gap. So when we're talking about value, we're at what, around 2-ish?
Yeah.
2 to 25, 2,500 with this one. Yep.
And then we're at like 36-ish.
Yep.
And the Titan's at like 68-ish.
Yep.
And we're at like 5 to 6.
Yeah, and this is, from what I understand, is going to come in under the 5 mark.
Okay.
Yeah, I think on their website they have it for like 4,900 or something like
so
that.
it's going to be just under that 5 plates of Beskar.
Yeah.
Here's the cool thing though, is I feel like if you had 2 guns and you wanted to like shoot them all the time, you could have any of these and that always stands out as being slightly different.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you can have both and not feel like you're trying to one's slightly better or not. They're just completely different guns.
Yeah.
They both shoot good.
Yep.
So yeah, unique in their own way and all very high performing pistols.
Yep. Agreed. Well,
when do we place pre-orders?
oh my gosh.
Yeah, no
right?
kidding.
I gotta make a phone call and find out, because I don't know when. I don't know their launch date. It's probably something I should know, but I'm not. They sent it to me to test, but the nice thing about them, honestly, is when they, look, I'm not a big channel. I just reached out, made a contact, and they were like, heck yeah, we'll hook you up. You seem like a cool guy. Awesome, great. Right?
Yeah.
And so but I kind of expected them to be like, hey, would you please say this? Or would you, I sort of expected them to ask me to shill a little bit.
Yeah.
Not at all. He's like, tell me what you think. And he's like, if the only thing that was anywhere near that is if you run into any problems, call me, let me know. Because I want to know. He's like, I need you to test this for me. Tell me what ammo you ran in it. Tell me if you had any problems. Like, they were really looking sincerely for feedback. And man, I loved that. I was very impressed by the company and the approach they took when they sent me the gun, because they didn't ask for any favors. They didn't ask for anything at all. They were just, tell us exactly what you think,
Well,
man.
which goes to show you that they're not just trying to sell a product here. They're trying to build a quality product that people want versus this is what we made you. Hope you're happy with it. Instead, it's tell us what's wrong with it. Tell us what's good with it. And we can improve upon that.
I think it should be noted too that this is not a new company. They've been building rifles for a long time.
That's true.
And have some of the smoothest actions out there. So this is unique and first into the industry and pistols.
Yeah.
But they're not new to the game.
And this is, guys, this is disruptive.
It is.
This is disrupting the industry. This isn't going as extreme as the Alien or what was the Dragon?
Dragon,
right?
yeah.
Those are 2 big things that have been, and every time I hear somebody say, like, they shot one of those, I hear this, like, that recoil is weird. Yeah. That's going to take something to get used to. Yeah. This has a proprietary roller block in it, and that block sits right behind the recoil spring, and it comes out. It's a very unique design, but the recoil doesn't feel weird. It just, it's soft. But you wouldn't know there's something mechanically helping that. It's like a roller delay rifle, right?
Yeah.
It shoots softer, but it's not like you recognize that there's that roller delay in there. It just shoots soft, and that's the way this gun feels.
Yeah, I think the other thing to know too is with all these guns we brought out, these are our own individual guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our own ammo, different ammo, trying out same ammo with the comparisons, but this is the only one that we're putting it up against because it's not released yet. And at the same time, they all performed really good. That performed exceptionally well in the mix.
Yeah, agreed. And you can see some of our bias among our own guns, right? It's there. I got it. But hopefully that's the variety you're getting out of a comparison like this. You get 3 opinions here. We're discussing some things, and get your hands on one of the guns. See what you think. Let us know in the comments. Which one of these would you buy, and what do you want to know about the Waltz 9? What stands out to you? What questions do you have? What can we run this up against?
Yeah. I think we've run it up against pretty much everything.
Man, yeah, it'd have to be something weird, right?
Yeah.
We got a pretty good variety.
Blessed to be able to do this on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's a great day, right?
And then I just want to say thanks for bringing all your stuff. I mean,
yeah, my gosh.
That made a huge difference here. So we just got such a high variety of different pistols, and that's stellar of you to come out with
Thanks for
us.
having me.
Yeah, appreciate you being here. All right, guys, like, subscribe, do all that stereotypical crap. We'll see you out on the range.
Oh
yeah, here we go.
Well, okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I think we nailed that one.
We got it. I think we're in sync now.
Not the band. More Backstreet Boys than
Ah.